Welcome back to the Shades of Grey Nomads, where Sue and I, and now Moby, are sharing our travel experience. We hope you enjoyed the film. As we said goodbye to our Langhorne Creek hosts, we headed for the Yorke Peninsula, commonly referred to as the Boot. Our first stop was around the ankle, at a fishing village called Point Turton. Caravan park was built on an old storage area for grain and salt, which was exported via these jetties to the world. Conveniently located to the caravan park was Tavern on Turton and the general store. It was time to explore some of the peninsula, starting at Marion Bay, beautiful beachside village with rocky outcrops. Jetties are a common sight along the coastline of Yorke Peninsula. This one had signs of ink stains from squid catching. The beach here is thick with seaweed in some places. And then we found the Marion Bay Hotel for lunch. Edithborough was originally settled in the 1840s by pastoralists and graziers. Like most major towns on the Eyre Peninsula, it has a suitable harbour and jetty for exporting. Walking the township was like a trip back in history, with evidence of their architecture and the industry. One of the major exports of the Eyre Peninsula was salt, and you can see salt pans throughout the peninsula, like this pink one. The wind was blowing, but these turbines weren't moving. I don't understand it. The weather had turned a bit wet and windy, so I decided to get in the car and try out some of these tracks throughout the island and see where I ended up. Unfortunately, I ran off course. Back on track, I found Corny Point. Not much of a town, but some of the coastline I discovered was quite spectacular. the pin on the Yorke Peninsula, not because we didn't like it, just that we're trying to make it a very pretty place, lots to see. And but unfortunately we're running a little bit behind schedule because of a couple of mishaps. One was that being on the peak when we were going to the French property and somebody jumped out with the caravan and went for parts of the wind. And also we had some electrical problems with the so we're running a little bit behind schedule, so we thought in the interest of time we might pull the pin, and we're in a private little process of iron.
While I was babysitting Moby at home because his eyes were playing up again. But anyway, he's better.
But never mind. I'll put a few photos up of some of the places we drove through on our way up here to Iron Knob on the Yorke Peninsula. There's some great places to see, but we just unfortunately had to drive through them.
Yeah, very pretty. Moonta looked gorgeous actually. So. Lots of shops there, but I didn't get the chance to see
some of them are very historic towns and they're worth a look in, but we unfortunately had to drive through. Now mate, we'll keep you updated on our trip into Yorke Peninsula.
Cheers.
Pause the video and read about Ryan's Wombat Burrow and how they discovered copper. Iron Knob is an interesting old mining town. Most of the houses here are derelict and abandoned, but there's still people live here and look after this campsite. The town has a small post office, and I guess this is their equivalent of a news agency to get your newspaper. We depart Iron Knob, 4.5 hour drive to Streaky Bay, the west coast of Yorke Peninsula, and more stunning coastline.